right, guys, today is Blue Eyes White Dragon versus
Red Dragon Archfiend.
which rival 3000 attack point boss dragon thing will come out on top? Seto Kaiba's or Jack Atlas? So yeah, in the comments right now, let us know which of these two is your favorite.
Do you like red or do you like blue? Ooh, you know what? I think I'm gonna call this video Red versus Blue.
Original name.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be the first of its kind on YouTube and it'll really
I
make
don't
a
think
mark.
anybody's made that sort of a concept.
Yeah, this is ingenious.
All right, it's Duelist. High roll to see who goes first.
All right, what you got?
I rolled a 7.
Okay, all right. So, guys, if I beat Paul's 7, you have to subscribe. High roll. Okay, I didn't.
I got a 6. All right, well, you know you can still subscribe anyway if you want, though.
Yeah, do it anyway.
All right, I'm gonna take the first move, Duelist. All right, I gotta channel my inner Jack Atlas. I activate Resonator Call. Add a Resonator monster from my deck to my hand.
Judge my opponent speaking gibberish.
Oh yeah, that's as good as it's probably gonna get. I'll get my Soul Resonator from my deck to my hand. Soul Resonator, I'll normal summon it and it can add a level 4 or lower Fiend monster from my deck to my hand. We'll get the Bone Archfiend to my hand.
On.
And if this card's in my hand or my graveyard, I can actually summon it by sending another card from my hand or field to the grave. I'm going to send Wandering King Wildwind to the graveyard to special summon Bone Archfiend to the field. Then I'll use its effect to send a Fiend Tuner from my deck to the graveyard to decrease a monster's level on the field by 1. I'm sending Crimson Resonator and I'll decrease Bone Archfiend to level 3. I'll Synchro Summon for a level 6 monster with Soul Resonator and Bone Archfiend, my Red Rising Dragon. When it's Synchro Summoned, I can target a Resonator monster in my graveyard, my Crimson Resonator, and special summon it to the field. Crimson Resonator has a special effect too. If the only, and I mean only, other monster I control is a Dark Dragon Synchro, which made by dragons, I can use Crimson Resonator's effect to special summon. Yeah, no, I can't. I can use Crimson Resonator's effect to special summon 2 other Resonator monsters from my deck. Synchron Resonator and Vision Resonator. Red Rising Dragon, I'm going to Synchro Summon with Vision Resonator to make the level 8 Scar Red Dragon Archfiend, or Scarred Dragon Archfiend.
Scared Dragon Archfiend.
Scared Dragon Archfiend.
Because look, he about to lead a field, I bet, watch.
Vision Resonator's effect's gonna activate. Since it was sent to the grave, I can get a spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from my deck to my hand. I'll add Crimson Gaia. Then we're gonna do another Synchro Summon. I'll use Scar Red Dragon Archfiend and Synchron Resonator to make a level 9
See, he
Synchro.
left. Told y'all he was scared Red Dragon.
To make the level 9 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Now also in a new chain, Synchron Resonator is going to target Vision Resonator to add it to my hand. And Scar Red Dragon Archfiend is going to special summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from my extra deck. So I'll get Vision Resonator back to my hand and summon the original OG Red Dragon Archfiend. Now, I'll special summon Vision Resonator with its own effect. I can do that once while there's a level 5 or higher dark monster on the field. Next, we're going to do another Synchro Summon. Vision Resonator and Red Dragon Archfiend will Synchro Summon into the level 10 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. I'll use Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane's effect. I contribute a monster, target a Red Dragon Archfiend monster in my graveyard, like my Scar Red Dragon. He's not scared, he's back. He just brought friends.
He only came back out because he had people, like he's scary. If they weren't here, he'd run.
And then I'm gonna activate Crimson Gaia. It's a continuous spell that says during my main phase, I can add a Red Dragon Archfiend or a card that mentions it from my deck or graveyard to my hand. I'll use this effect. I'll get my Red Zone to my hand. Then I'm going to set a card. Who knows what it could be?
Could be anything.
And I'll end my turn.
Draw, standby phase.
Yeah.
Main phase.
Also, yeah.
So you let me enter my main phase. You fool, because I'm normal summoning my Sage with Eyes of Blue.
What was I supposed to do? Like, what was the alternative? Just never.
You fell into the
stay in
spider's
standby
web,
phase.
or the dragon's web. Dragons don't have webs. Anyway, Sage with Eyes of Blue on summon can add a level 1 light tuner from my deck to hand.
We're gonna use Scar Red Dragon Archfiend's effect and target the Sage with Eyes of Blue.
That's fine. Yeah, that's actually perfectly fine. Because now we have a Link monster. Link, and it's a Link 1, so I don't have to commit any additional resources. Very fair, very
fair
fun.
and balanced. Yeah, as modern Yu-Gi-Oh should be.
Spirit with Eyes of Blue, who like any good Link 1, has an effect on summon to place my field spell.
Mausoleum of White.
who I never would have thought Blue Eyes players would start playing, but when a card is so easily searched, you can run it at 1, here we are.
So what's Mausoleum of White about?
So check it out. I can target my monster, send a Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to grave, and then my monster will gain 100 attack for each level of that monster. So I'm gonna do that. That's exactly what I'm about to do.
Let's do it.
Mausoleum effect, targeting spirit. So because of the way my hand opened up, I really just needed you to use that Hot Red Dragon Abyss effect, because I'm playing Chaos Form.
Oh, a little wild and scary. Okay.
So I'm going to ritual summon by tributing monsters from my hand or field and banishing Blue Eyes White Dragons. Though I guess, what level is he? 8? Oh, okay, I just tribute the one from hand. Say hello to Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. So my Chaos Max can't be targeted and cannot be destroyed by your card effects, which I know you love doing. All right.
Okay.
So now I have the biggest monster on the field, so I'm gonna use it. Chaos Max, attack, hot red. Oh, it feels good to be on the other side of a Chaos Max once. Main phase 2, I'll use the effect of my spirit, I'll tribute it, and then I can special summon a Blue Eyes from my grave. Blue Eyes White Dragon. All right, that's it.
All right, I'll draw for turn. I'll use the effect of my Crimson Gaia. I'm going to add this Red Dragon Archfiend back to my extra deck. Normal summon Red Resonator. So when it's normal summon, I can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from my hand. I'll special summon my Vision Resonator. So now we'll synchro summon into a level 12 synchro monster with Red Resonator and Vision Resonator and Scar Red, Scare Red, Scred, Scared, I don't know.
He did
Dragon.
He did run, y'all saw that, right? He ran scared.
Say hello to Red Nova Drag.
That thing only has 3,500 attack.
That's what you think. He gains 500 attack for each tuner in my grave, and he can't be destroyed by card effects. 6 tuners in my graveyard. So that gains 3,000 attack, so it's at 6,500 attack points. But also in a new chain, we can't forget that Scar Red Dragon Archfiend and Vision Resonator both activate as well. So this is going to summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from my extra deck, and also Vision Resonator is going to get a spell or trap. Now it would let me also destroy your face-up attack position stuff, but that doesn't actually matter because
Chaos Max is invincible, or at least it was.
Invincible by card effects still, that much is true. We're going to get Fiendish Golem. I'll use the effect of my Wandering King Wildwind. Banish it from my graveyard to get a Fiend Tuner with 1,500 or less attack in my deck to my hand. How about Soul Resonator?
Feels like your whole deck is just Fiend Tuners with 1,500 or less.
Yeah, it is.
And Wildwind.
Yeah, he's there, you know, hanging out. But I'll enter the battle phase, and I'm going to attack with Red Dragon Archfiend, actually.
Oh, into my Chaos Max.
Yeah, because when I declare an attack, I can use Crimson Gaia's effect to change all your monsters to face down defense position. He's got 0 defense, so Red Dragon Archfiend is going to destroy him.
Goodbye, Chaos Max.
After damage calculation, its effect will also activate to destroy all your defense position monsters on the field. So that also destroys the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And now I can attack you directly with my Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane and Red Nova Dragon to end this duel.
Fair enough.
Yeah, things happen.
You know what? That's what I get for short. Guys, never take shortcuts in life.
All right, your pick, duelist.
I'm going first.
Oh my goodness, this is a hand.
My hand is not good, but I got the one card I need. Normal summon, Sage with Eyes of Blue. And I activate the effect to search for a level 1 light tuner. My Maiden of White. Next, we'll link the Sage into the always fair and always balanced Link 1 monster. Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Spirit is going to activate to set my Mausoleum. And now I'll use my Mausoleum's effect, targeting my Spirit, so I can send a Blue Eyes from deck to grave. My Spirit's going to gain 800 attack, but that hardly matters here. I'll activate the Maiden of Light in hand, discarding her, so I can place a True Light to the field. And since we have the True Light here, I see no reason not to use my effect where I can set any spell or trap that is not on my field or in my graveyard. We will set, let's see, I'll get my Wishes for Eyes of Blue. Next, I'm gonna use my additional normal summon from my Mausoleum to summon Master with Eyes of Blue.
Oh, yay.
And it can target—
I know where this is going.
It can target a level 1 light tuner in my graveyard and add it to my hand. I'll add to my hand Sage with Eyes of Blue. Now, I'll activate my Spirit's effect. I'm gonna tribute the special summon Blue Eyes from my grave. Welcome, Blue Eyes White Dragon, but also welcome Maiden, because when I special summon a Blue Eyes, she can special summon from the grave. Now, I'll synchro summon my Master with Eyes of Blue and my Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon the level 9 synchro Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon has the effect where you cannot summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. And once per turn, when an effect or card is activated and the graveyard is activated, I can negate it. So I can stop 1 graveyard effect. But now that I have my Blue Eyes in graveyard, I'll activate the Sage with Eyes of Blue in my hand. Targeting my Maiden, I'm going to send him, send her, and then special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my deck.
That's fine.
And since you don't respond, I can use Maiden's effect. So when she gets targeted by an effect, I can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my graveyard. So Maiden resolves, so we'll summon the Blue Eyes, and then Sage resolves. He'll send himself and my Maiden, and we'll get a Blue Eyes monster. Let's get the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. I'll activate my Wishes for Eyes of Blue. I'll discard a card from my hand, this Blue Eyes White Dragon, to add a level 1 Light Tuner and a spell or trap that mentions my Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'll get my Majesty of White Dragons and Effect Veiler. Now, I'll activate my Wishes that's now in the grave. I can banish it to equip my Blue Eyes with an extra deck Blue Eyes. How about Neo, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, who only increases its attack by like 400, so it's not really impressive. But because my Blue Eyes is equipped with a monster, I can tribute it and special summon from my extra deck the Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, who has 3,400 attack and actually quite a formidable monster. And then I'm gonna set 2 cards face down and end my turn.
All right, Duelist, you've set up quite the board for me to deal with. That doesn't mean that I won't still try. I draw for turn.
All you can do is try.
We'll start with Pot of Extravagance. At the start of my main phase 1, I'll banish 3 or 6 random face down cards from my extra deck and draw 1 for every 3 cards banished. So we're gonna banish 6 cards. This is good, right?
Yes.
Cool, I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Let's get to work then, shall we?
Bring it on.
Crimson Gaia. And I'm going to activate its effect. During my main phase, I can add a Red Dragon Archfiend or a card that mentions it from my deck or grave to my hand. Is that okay, Duelist?
How difficult do you think it would be to play if you did not get that effect?
I'm not obligated to answer anything, Duelist.
Because I'll activate Majesty of the White Dragons. So I can show as many Blue Eyes as I want to destroy from my hand or field. So I'm revealing the 1, and I'll destroy your Crimson Gaia, so you can't get the effect.
But that's what I expected you to do.
What?
All right, well, the next play is gonna have to be my Resonator Call. I add a Resonator monster from my deck to my hand. Soul Resonator. Normal summon Soul Resonator. If it's normally special summon, I can add a level 4 or lower Fiend monster from my deck to my hand.
I activate Effect Veiler.
Unfortunate, but fair. I'll discard Bone Archfiend to special summon, or rather to activate Ascator Dawnwalker's effect. It'll special summon itself from the hand in defense position. Then I can special summon a Fire Ant Ascator from my hand or deck. I'll special summon the Fire Ant Ascator. I'll use Bone Archfiend's effect. I'm going to discard my Crimson Resonator to special summon it.
That's Bone Archfiend in the grave?
Yes, Bone Archfiend in the graveyard. It'll special summon itself.
I feel like you're baiting me. But I can't resist bait. Affect the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon to negate!
Next plan then, I will Synchro Summon with Ascator Dawnwalker and Fire Ant Ascator. For the level 8, Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend. Its name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while in the field or in the graveyard. I'm going to activate its effect to destroy as many other special summoned effect monsters in the field as possible with attack that's less than or equal to discards.
Interesting. But you do know my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon protects all other dragons from being destroyed by your card effects.
That's true, but I gotta do something, so.
Oh, you will destroy my Jet Dragon.
Well, also Soul Resonator gets destroyed as well. It's got
Oh,
less
wow.
attack.
Yours too?
Yeah, I'll inflict 500 damage to you for each monster that was destroyed. So
That's
it's
2.
1,000. I can't swing over any of your monsters, so I'm gonna have to set 2 cards face down. And unfortunately, in my turn.
End phase.
End phase.
I'll activate the True Light. I can special summon a Blue Eyes. So I'll summon my Blue Eyes, and we both know I have a Maiden in my grave. She can activate to special summon as well. And I'll also activate my Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. I can tribute it to summon 1 from my extra deck in defense position. So tribute and summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. And if you have nothing,
Spirit Dragon did all that work against me. Okay.
draw for turn. We're gonna go ahead and switch that bad boy to attack position. He's better in attack position. That's nice. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's get this guy in attack position too. Let's activate my True Light to special summon a Blue Eyes from my graveyard or hand.
When you use True Light, I'll chain my red zone. Since you activated a card or effect while I control Red Dragon Archfiend, you can target a card on the field and destroy it. I will target your True Light.
Ooh. My Ultimate Spirit can use this effect to negate your red zone. And now I can resolve and summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. My Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon can attack all your monsters. You only have the one, so sure, why not? Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, attack.
I'll activate this Fiendish Golem. Target a monster on the field with 2,000 or more attack, banish it until the end of the next turn, and if I activate it while I have a Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro monster that mentions it, I can set a Fiendish Chain from my deck or graveyard.
You know, he don't oh wait, his name
Is
does
that?
change.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
good
going
point.
to target this.
Well, I can banish my Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from my graveyard because you tried to target my monster. Now it's negated and destroyed. So nothing stops my tyrant. He is inevitable.
I'll take 400.
And then my Ultimate Spirit Dragon.
45.
And then my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, you can leave me with 100 life points if you
And
want.
last but not least,
I got
my
100
favorite
life
Blue
points.
Eyes art for game.
I'll be taking the first move as well.
Fine.
Normal summon, Soul Resonator. I'll activate its effect to add a level 4 lower Fiend monster from my deck to my hand.
Hand Trap, Effect Veiler.
Okay.
Guys, I'm only playing it because it's searchable with my in-archetype effects.
It's on theme? Thankfully though, I do have a plan B this time around.
Aw.
I've already got my Bone Archfiend. I'll summon it from my hand by discarding my Red Resonator. Now I can special summon Bone Archfiend. I'll activate Bone Archfiend's effect, send my Crimson Resonator to the grave. You know the routine. It'll lower its level by 1. And we'll synchro with these two for the Red Rising Dragon. When it's synchro summoned, I can target a Resonator monster in my graveyard, like Crimson Resonator, and special summon it to the field. And with Crimson Resonator, since the only other monster I control is a Dark Dragon Synchro, I get to summon 2 Resonators from my deck. Say hello to Synchron Resonator and Vision Resonator. Now then, let's do a little bit of synchro summoning. Red Rising Dragon and Vision Resonator, or Scared Dragon Archfiend. Vision Resonator is gonna activate. Grab me a Crimson Gaia. We'll go ahead and activate Crimson Gaia, why not? And then we're going to synchro summon with Synchron Resonator and Scar Red Dragon Archfiend to make the level 9 Hot Red Abyss. In a new chain though, Synchron Resonator is going to target Vision Resonator, add it to my hand, and Scar Red Dragon is gonna summon out another Red Dragon Archfiend. If you had attack position monsters, I could also destroy them at this time, however you don't.
And now your turn ends.
Special summon Vision Resonator using its own summoning ability.
Fair enough.
Synchro with these two for the Hot Red Dragon Bane. I'll use Hot Red Dragon Bane, tribute Vision Resonator, and will special summon back Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. Crimson Gaia's effect. Let's grab this red zone, yeah? Set 1 card and end my turn.
Draw! Well, even if the rest of my cards in my hand are suspect, I did get the one card that matters. Normal summon, Sage with Eyes of Blue. And I'll activate the effect on summon. I'll add my Maiden of White. Next, let's link it off into the Always Fair, the Always Fun, Link 1, Spirit with Eyes of Blue, and then I'll activate his effect.
Here's where I'll use my Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. I'll target Spirit with Eyes of Blue and negate its effects.
I'll activate my Maiden of White.
Right.
I'm going to place a True Light straight to the field. We are not gonna pass go. We won't cut 200. Just place it. Activate Wishes for Eyes of Blue. I'm gonna discard a card, then add a level 1 Light Tuner and a Spell Trap that mentions the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Well, do it then.
Discard Jet Dragon. I'll add Master with Eyes of Blue and Mausoleum of White.
That's one way to get to a field spell.
You didn't want me to have it, so I figured I'll get it another way. Now, I'll activate my Mausoleum of White, and then I'll use my Mausoleum of White's effect. Well, I've already negated my Spirit, so my Spirit's kind of sitting there. But I will use my additional normal summon. Let's normal summon the Master with Eyes of Blue. Then activate its effect. I can target a level 1 Light Tuner in my graveyard and add it to my hand. I'll target my Sage with Eyes of Blue. I'll activate the effect of my True Light. I'm going to set a spell or trap that I do not have on field or engrave. I'll set my Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Dragons. Next, I'll activate my Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. I can special summon in defense position a Blue Eyes monster from my deck or graveyard, but if I don't have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's gotta be a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I did summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, which means I can activate my Maiden engrave a special summon. Welcome, Maiden. Activate my wishes in the graveyard. I'm going to banish it and equip my Blue Eyes White Dragon with an extra deck monster.
Well, here's where I'm gonna use my red zone. Since you activated a card effect, well, I've got Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro Monster Dimensions, and I can target a card in the field, like your True Light, and destroy it.
You couldn't just wait one more play.
I couldn't.
Because I had a plan for red zone. All right, so red zone destroys my True Light. My wishes does get to resolve and equip my Blue Eyes with the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And then
a new chain.
True Light activates and destroys all my monsters.
Everyone goes.
A card was destroyed, which means I can use Jet Dragon and special summon to the field. I'll activate the effect of my Mausoleum of White. Targeting my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, I'm going to send the Blue Eyes from deck to grave. And my Jet's gonna gain 800. And now I'll activate Ultimate Fusion. I can return to my deck these Blue Eyes White Dragons in my grave and perform a fusion summon. And I'm gonna summon the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. So Blue Eyes Twin Dragon is actually kind of a fun guy. It can make up to 2 attacks during the battle phase. And at the end of the damage step, if the monster it battles survives, it can banish it. Oh, forgot to mention, it can't be destroyed by battle in case it comes up.
Kind of rude.
Twin Burst attack your Hot Red Dragon Abyss. And then its effect activates to banish your Abyss. And now, it'll attack Bane.
Yeah, so you're gonna take 500 damage. Bane won't be destroyed.
And then it's banished. And now, Jet Dragon with 3,800 will attack your Scarred Dragon Archfiend.
Activate Red Zone. On attack declaration, I'll target a banished Dark Dragon Synchro and special summon it. It'll be... I guess it doesn't really even matter. I'll just summon Hot Red Archfiend Bane in defense. So you get to do a replay, Duelist.
I do in fact get a replay, but now you've presented some interesting situations here. I'll have my Jet Dragon declare its attack on your Scarred Dragon, and then damage step, I'll use the effect to send your Bane back to your hand.
Back to the extra deck, and Scarred goes, and I'll take 800 damage. Unfortunately, Scarred does not have a Red Dragon Archfiend in the extra deck to summon because I only run 1.
That's what you get. I run 3 Blue Eyes in my deck.
Yeah.
I'll end my turn there.
I'll draw for turn, Duelist. I'll activate Red Zone's effect. I can target a banished Dark Dragon Synchro and special summon it. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Abyss. I'll use Crimson Gaia's effect. I'm going to actually return this Red Dragon Archfiend from my graveyard to my extra deck. Normal summon Soul Resonator. I'm going to activate its effect to get a level 4 lower Fiend from my deck to my hand. It'll be Wandering King Wildwind. Next play, I will use Bone Archfiend. I'm summoning it from my grave by discarding Synchron Resonator. It's going to actually start a chain where Synchron Resonator can target a Resonator monster in my grave and add it to my hand. My Vision Resonator. Next, Bone Archfiend, let's send Red Resonator, just to decrease its level by 1, and we'll Synchro Summon for a 6, my Red Rising Dragon. It's gonna activate its effect to target a Resonator monster in my grave and special summon it, Red Resonator. Just because when Red Resonator is special summoned, I can target a monster on the field and gain life points equal to its attack. Target Hot Red Abyss. Synchro summon with Red Rising Dragon and Crimson Resonator for Scared Dragon Archfiend. Then special summon Vision Resonator from my hand.
Oh, this is bad.
It's about to get worse, Duelist.
Oh, worse,
because check this out. Activate Red Rising Dragon's effect in the graveyard. I can banish it, except the turn it was sent there, to summon 2 level...
It was sent there this turn.
This one was. That one's from last turn. And I'll get to summon two level 1 Resonator monsters.
Oh no.
Synchron Resonator and Synchron Resonator. Now, I'll Synchro summon with the level 8 Scar Red Dragon Archfiend, Vision Resonator, Synchron Resonator, and Synchron Resonator. 3 tuners and a Scar Red Dragon Archfiend to summon out Red Supernova Dragon. So it must first be synchro summoned and gains 500 attack for each tuner in my graveyard. It can't be destroyed by an opponent's card effects. Once per turn, when a monster effect is activated, or when one of your monsters declares an attack, I can activate this effect. Banish this card and banish all cards you control. But that's not all, Duelist. I sent Vision Resonator and more importantly, Scar Red Dragon Archfiend to the graveyard. Scar Red Dragon Archfiend is gonna get to summon out a Red Dragon Archfiend that I just recycled back in and destroy all the monsters on your side of the field.
In attack position.
In attack position, that is true. And Vision Resonator just searches for a spell or trap, but that's not all, Duelist.
What do you mean?
I chain my Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abysses effect and target one monster on your field to negate its effects. We'll target Blue Eyes Jet Dragon.
I'll activate in my graveyard. My Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, I can banish it when one of my guys gets targeted. I can negate and destroy your monster.
Oh, does it negate and destroy?
Negate and destroy.
You know what, Duelist? That would have been a cool play, but I'm going to chain Red Supernova Dragon to the effect of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So when you activate a monster effect, I can banish this card and I'll banish all cards you control.
Until the end phase, right?
Only for him.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so he gets banished.
It's gonna banish all my
And
cards.
all your cards are banished. And then that also negates Hot Red Abyss. And that means that the rest of these are still just gonna be resolving like normal. So Scar Red is still gonna get to summon a Red Dragon Archfiend, and Vision Resonator will get to search a spell or trap. Not exactly the best situation, but I'll get my Red Rain. You bought yourself a turn, Duelist, but only a turn. Red Dragon Archfiend, attack for 3,000.
Gotta take it.
I'll set one card face down, and during the end phase, Red Supernova returns to the field. Let's count the tuners in my grave, why don't we?
We don't have to do that.
8 tuners in the graveyard, so he's gaining 4,000. He's at 8,000 attack points.
That's just silly. Draw! Where there's a will, there's a way. I'll normal summon my Sage with Eyes of Blue.
Oh, by the way, before someone bitches in the comments, let's just assume I resolved Red Dragon Archfiend before I brought back Red Supernova. Because like, if you do it the other way around, it'll destroy it. But you get to have a choice with which one you do, so.
I'll activate the effect of my Sage to add a level 1 light tuner. I'll add to my hand the Maiden of White. I'll activate my Maiden's effect, discarding her so I can place a True Light to the field. I will use the effect of my True Light.
All right.
I'd set a spell, but at this point, I'm pretty sure if...
Well, you can technically set another Wishes.
Oh, wow, yeah, I can set a Wishes, sure.
Wishes banishes itself. Don't you love these little new age synergies?
Yep, I'm gonna use True Light.
Banishes, all the spells conveniently kind of banish themselves from the graveyard, just so you can...
We'll set the Wishes face down. Now, activate my Wishes, discarding for cost. I can add a level 1 light tuner and a spell or trap that mentions my Blue Eyes White Dragon. Add a Sage with Eyes of Blue to hand, and the spell or trap will be Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. I'll activate Sage with Eyes of Blue in hand. I'm going to discard it, targeting my Sage to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my deck. I'll get my Dragon Spirit of White, and then I'll activate the effect of my Spirit of White to banish?
Yeah, target and banish.
Target and banish a spell or trap on your side of the field. I'll target Red Zone.
In that case, I'll chain my Red Zone's effect. Since you activated something while I control Red Dragon Archfiend, I'll target and destroy the True Light.
All right, Red Zone destroys my True Light.
And then Red Zone gets banished.
And then True Light activates in a new chain, destroying my Dragon Spirits. But I'm not done yet. Because a card was destroyed, I'll special summon my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And now I'll activate my Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. I'll special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my deck, graveyard, or banishment. But if I don't have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's gotta be Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I did special summon a Blue Eyes, which means my Maiden can special summon from the graveyard. And now I'll perform a Synchro Summon. For the level 9 Synchro monster, Blue Eyes, Spirit of White. But I have all I need to deal with your Red Supernova. My Jet Dragon is going to attack your Red Dragon Archfiend.
All right, Duelist. You might have thought you had this one in the bag, but I activate my Trap card.
I literally don't know what it does.
Red Rain. If I control a level 8 or higher Synchro monster, I banish all the monsters on the field except the monster or monsters with the highest level. Also, the remaining face-up monsters in the field are unaffected by other card effects, except their own, until the end of this turn. So say goodbye to all the monsters on the field.
Perfect, because I can activate my Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. I can tribute it and special summon a Blue Eyes from my extra deck.
Oh, Okay.
I'll summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, who happens to be the same level as your Supernova.
That's actually true. I did not think about that.
I gotta end my turn.
I draw. I activate Resonator Call to add a Resonator monster from my deck to my hand. This duel wasn't supposed to go this way. You were supposed to have lost by now.
I'm mad that you still have cards to play.
I'll normal summon Soul Resonator and activate its effect. Vision Resonator. I'm going to discard Pot of Extravagance to activate Bone Archfiend's effect in the graveyard. It'll special summon itself.
Effect of my Ultimate Dragon to negate it.
All right, in that case, chain Red Supernova Dragon, but that does stop Bone Archfiend, so.
And now I live for another turn.
You wish. Special summon Wandering King Wild Wind because I control a Fiend Tuner with 1,500 or less attack points. Now the unfortunate problem here
You can't make a level 7.
is that I can't make a level 7. But Soul Resonator is going to attack you for 500. Wandering King, 17. I'll use Crimson Gaia to add Red Zone.
Oh, he had multiple.
Set a card face down, I'll go to my end phase. The return of the Red Supernova Dragon.
I am sick of this. You know, Stars only Supernova once. Draw! We must continue.
We'll see about that, Duelist.
I activate Maiden in my hand. I'm gonna set True Light again. And now, I'll activate True Light's effect.
Fine by me, Duelist.
We'll summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And because I summon the Blue Eyes, I can activate Maiden to special summon.
I'll chain, actually, to Maiden of White's activation. I'll chain Red Supernova Dragon to Maiden's effect. I'll banish itself and banish all the cards in the field. Get that True Light out of here. Now Maiden does still get to summon.
Summon my Maiden of White, and then I'll activate Master with Eyes of Blue Engrave.
Oh, forgot about him. Okay.
So I'm gonna target an effect monster I control, send it to the graveyard, and if I do, I'll special summon one Blue Eyes monster from my graveyard. My master is gonna target my Maiden.
Oh, I cannot let this happen. I'm chaining Red Zone, and I'm actually going to use its effect to target a banished Dark Dragon Synchro and special summon it. Red Dragon Archfiend.
Okay, well, you do interrupt Maiden, so Maiden can't get her effect, but Master does resolve.
He's gonna send it.
Send
or I think
it.
it shuffles it, actually.
I think he shuffles them both, doesn't he? No, he sends it, and he shuffles himself.
Yeah, he shuffles himself. Okay.
And I special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my graveyard. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon will attack it'll attack your Soul Resonator.
Soul Resonator is going to be destroyed, but I'm going to activate my Crimson Gaia's effect. If a monster in the field is destroyed by battle or a card effect, I can summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from my graveyard. It'll just be Scar Red Dragon Archfiend in defense.
I'll pass.
All right, during the end phase then, the return of Red Supernova Dragon and your demise.
I am sick of that card.
I draw. Let's switch Scar Red Dragon to attack position. So, Scar Red Dragon Archfiend with 3,000 is going to attack Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon.
My Spirit Dragon is destroyed and I take 500. And then I can special summon from my graveyard.
Are we out of Jet Dragons finally?
They were banished.
Good.
Whoops.
Then that means Red Supernova Dragon with 8,500 attack points can finish this game.
No!
All right, so these are the decks that we played with. People oftentimes ask for the deck list, so here it is at the end of the video.
Oh, this is a third Spirit.
Yeah, Alec was borrowing one for a different deck he was playing, but so that's pretty much it. Just, 3 structure decks of either deck. You can actually find like the Red Dragon structure at Walmart right now for like $8.
Get it for the low.
So if you want to get like 3 of them, add in like one Bestial Dispater or Bestial Engine or something, and
Call it a
have
day.
a pretty good time. Well, it was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We've got a few other duels with Blue Eyes against Sarcophagus, Dark Magician, Fire Kings, all very fun.
works.
Check them out. We'll have them links down below. I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.